Can you become fluent in a month? This is today's topic. I am your host, Daniel Goodson.
So there is an advertisement from a well-known company that says speak German fluently in a month. Okay. 19 hours and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's just very funny to me always. It's just marketing to me.
Yeah.
Because first off, what is fluently?
It's an interesting pitch. I would say it's probably not true. I don't think it's possible to start from zero.
That sounds amazing. Why spend the 700 to 800 hours that most sources cite for fluency when it can be done in 19? Seriously, you get a solid service there. Don't mess up your reputation with claims like that.
It's selling people a dream that cannot be achieved unless you're a genius.
I'm not saying that it's not possible, okay? Maybe it is possible, but the ad, of course, is not paying attention to the important aspects of that, of that process, which is you need to be 200% motivated. You have to work your ass off in order to be able to actually get fluent just in 1 month.
You cannot learn a language in 1 month, 3 months, or even 3 years.
Okay.
I don't really like this kind of things.
Hi, I'm Irene from Spain. I'm both teacher and student on italki, and I would say that this statement can't be true unless you already have some previous knowledge.
Maybe if you dropped me into a room with don't tell my wife, with a supermodel, with Heidi Klum, and we have to stay together for 1 month, maybe I would be getting much better very soon.
So guys, first and foremost, I want to give a disclaimer. I am not an affiliate to italki. This episode is more about the notion to become fluent in a specific period of time. Mostly you hear the term 1 year or 3 months. And to be more specific, in our case, in the advertisement, it's in 1 month by taking 19 one-on-one lessons. Well, it's just a great topic and I stumble upon this advertisement again and again. So italki, which is a huge platform on which you can find online teachers or learners, thought I was learning German and showed me their advertisement again and again. You can have a look in my show notes. So basically I asked different guests of my Fluent podcast who already appeared on the podcast show or are going to appear. But I also asked other learners, and just so you know, for example, I integrated Matt's opinion. You can have a listen to his interview on episode 71, or Juan from Español con Juan, who got interviewed on episode 70, just to name a few. But now, without any further ado, let's dive into today's question. Is it possible to become fluent in German in a month by taking 19 one-on-one lessons? Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you that I have made a full transcript of the whole episode. So for those who want to read along while listening, just go to my show notes.
I highly doubt that you can do that in 1 month. Language is a long marathon. It's a long journey, and we're always improving little by little. In 1 month, maybe if you dropped me into a room with, don't tell my wife, with a supermodel, with Heidi Klum, and we have to stay together for months, maybe I would be getting much better very fast.
That is hilarious.
But 1 month, I don't know. Fluently, I still don't believe that. Yeah, what do you think about that? You see these a lot around, no?
Yes, I see this a
Especially
lot.
online.
Well, as you said, it's just marketing, and it's clickbait as well. But I don't know, maybe some learners who don't know how it works, maybe they get tricked a bit. So that's why I don't find it that good to do such an advertisement. But I find it hilarious to ask my guests, also because my podcast is called my Fluent podcast. For everyone, it means something different, what it means to be fluent.
Fluent is such a difficult word. I mean, we can be fluent in another language in one situation because it's our hobby, because we like it. But then let's speak about gardening, or my son was born, he's 6 years old, was born in Germany, for example. So I know a lot of words about having a baby in German, but I don't know those words in Italian, or even in English. There may be some words I'm missing because I never had that experience, that specific targeted group of vocabulary there.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, I think we can be fluent in some moments, and then 1 hour later, I could be a complete beginner again.
And yeah, this advertisement is interesting, speak German fluently in a month. I mean, it's an interesting pitch, from Taki. I would say it's probably not true. I don't think it's possible to start from zero, or if people are thinking starting from zero, no, it's probably not possible to learn fluently, like maybe perfectly, in a month. I think it's possible to get started speaking and having classes completely in your target language in 1 month, but I don't think that means that you're fluent necessarily.
Well, I would say we have to be realistic. In the end, we are in a world that is a capitalist world or society, and where basically in order to gain a customer, you need to have a catchy headline or a catchy ad. So I would say that this type of ads are catchy because it's like, fluent in German in 1 month. And it's like, oh my God, in 1 month, that's really, really good. So in the end, maybe it is possible. I'm not saying that it's not possible, okay? Maybe it is possible, but the ad, of course, is not paying attention to the important aspects of that, of that process, which is you need to be 100%, not 100%, 200% motivated. You need to dedicate so much time to that because you need to make a big effort, and you have to work really hard. You have to work your ass off in order to be able to actually get fluent just in 1 month. I think that a person should be like talking every single day, 2 or 3 times at least, to be able to acquire that kind of fluency, definitely. Yeah, but the thing is that you see this everywhere, not only on ads, but sponsored ads, but also on YouTube. You know that sometimes YouTube videos that you see are catchy as well. The title, the headline is catchy,
Yeah.
trying to call your attention.
Clickbait.
The problem is that because you see it everywhere, people really believe that this kind of things can happen. And in the end, you can acquire a good level in like 1 month.
That sounds amazing. Why spend the 700 to 800 hours that most sources cite for fluency when it can be done in 19? Seriously, you get a solid service there. Don't mess up your reputation with claims like that.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't like this advert at all. I think it's unfair. It's basically taking advantage of the fact that people don't know anything about language learning. And if they do, they will probably never click this kind of advert because it's blown out of proportion. It's selling people a dream that cannot be achieved. Unless you're a genius, most people are not able to do something like that. It's not really feasible. It's just an underhand tactic, really, because you're trying to sell a product. You're trying to make money, of course. And I think these adverts should be more considerate, and they should be done in a more careful way. And if you promise something, it should be something attainable and not anything like this.
I think I don't really like this kind of things. I didn't know that italki was doing this kind of publicity because I collaborated with them for a while. When teachers or companies make this kind of promises, it's very silly because you cannot get fluent in any language just in 1 month. No.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, but the ad is very catchy.
I don't know why they are doing this because they didn't used to do this kind of things.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, because I think that a lot of people know about italki and they are very popular.
No, but I mean italki is a company where you can find online teacher. There is nothing wrong with this. It's a good.
Yeah, I had lessons. There and it was great.
Yeah, it's like a Uber for language teachers, more or less. Other companies promise 3 months, get fluent in 3 months, and now they are promising 1 month already. No, I think if you are interested in languages, you know that it's impossible. You cannot. You cannot You cannot learn a language in 1 month, 3 months, or even 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, If we are talking about particular subject topic, yes, we can be fluent by speaking. But so I think that if someone says that they want to be fluent, it means that they won't have this ability to speak as they do it in their own native language. And of course, it's impossible in 3 months. No way.
No, they are actually saying speak German fluently in a month.
So it could be true that 1 month on italki, if you take each day a lesson, it could be equal to semester in some language schools. It's actually true, but it doesn't mean that you will become fluent.
A big shout out goes to Matt and Alani from the USA, Gabriel, Juan and Irene from Spain, Patrick from Germany, Stanik from the Czech Republic and Artem from Russia. Thank you very much. Without you, it would not be possible to make this episode. And by the way, you'll hear more about Alani and Artem in future episodes, where they are going to explain to us how it is to take one-on-one classes online. For example, they are gonna talk about the advantages, disadvantages, how they could improve, and the like. That's almost it for today. And if you want to give your 2 cents about today's topic, you can just send me a voice message. For instance, you could just record it with your mobile phone and send it to myfluentpodcast@gmail.com. And that way I can add it to this particular episode and make it even longer. That would be fantastic. So basically, if you want to share your opinion, just do so. I'm Daniel and you're listening to My Fluent Podcast. Thanks for tuning in and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any episode. Bye! You were listening to Scott Holmes, and this song is called Upbeat Party. Great song.
Hi, Daniel. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. Well, my name is Alani Sugar, and I'm from Maryland, which is on the east coast of the United States. Currently, I'm learning Spanish and Hebrew. I started Spanish about 6 months ago or 7 months ago or something, and the inspiration for that was because I have some friends who are from Argentina. Although they can speak English pretty well, I wanted to be able to communicate with them in their native language. Yes, there have been some, awkward or strange moments in my lessons, but I think it's pretty normal. It happens with any language learner because there are going to be misunderstandings between, what I mean or what the teacher means, or, what I want to say or what I understood from the teacher.
Maybe I would be getting much better very